Okay, welcome to the next edition of how to make your own Predator plasma caster. Alright, so I've got a bunch of parts here that I want you to see, and I have a schematic that I made. Alright, so let's get right into it. This 7.2 volts is my RC car battery, right? See how there's a red lead and a black lead. In case you don't know, red is positive and black is negative. Alright, so I think I said something about positive 5-volt regulator earlier. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Oh man, how much of this video is just going to be me trying to get this thing to focus for me? How about if I turn that on? Is that going to help? Okay, alright. So at Radio Shack, it's this part number 7805 5-volt DC voltage regulator. It's positive 5 volts. 7805. And let's see if we can. 7805. Yeah, you can kind of see that. And the 5 means that it's going to be 5 volts. If it was 7812, it'd be a 12-volt regulator. If it was 7803, it'd be a 3-volt regulator, blah blah blah. Alright. And this cost about $1.50 from Radio Shack. Yeah, $1.59. Okay, $1.60. Alright, now the positive from my battery comes out and goes to this lead. See? Alright, so the positive goes to that lead. This middle lead right here is the negative, which is common to everything. Right? And this other lead over here on the side is our 5 volts out that is regulated. Now, I don't know if I said in other videos that with one of these things, it's very cool. You can have 7.2 volts or 9.6 volts or 12 volts or whatever, and it goes in there and it's always going to come out 5 volts on the other side. Which means you can run it off of one of these things off the wall. It says output 12 volts DC, 200 milliamps. So the 12 volts will go in positive and negative, and out will come 5 volts, which is wonderful because these things are very sensitive to voltage, and they burn out way too easy. Alright, so I hope that made it easy. So you could put whatever voltage onto your inputs on this thing up to 35 volts, which is the maximum input voltage. But if I were you, I'd just keep it around somewhere under 12 or something volts. Alright? I mean, you could hook it up to a car battery. That's only 12 volts. So you can run it off a car with the alternator. That gets up to about 17 volts, if it's really gnarly. So it can handle, the 17 volts. Just the more amperage you use off of this, the hotter it's going to get. And then you may need to have a big piece of metal on the end, which is called a heat sink. Alright, so our positive coming out off of that comes here to our LED lasers. And this connection right here is the positive, and it has its own little resistor in there, which I'm showing right here is its own little resistor, and that's the negative lead, kind of like I'm showing right here. You got your little LED laser, there's the positive, and this would be the symbol for it. There's the positive side of the LED. Oh, the reason why it's called an LED, it means light emitting diode, and a diode will only let electricity pass in one direction. So if you hook it up backwards, it won't work. It most likely won't blow out, but if you hook it up backwards, it won't work. So you flip it around and then it will work. Alright, so, you know, there's the positive lead, there's the negative lead. You know, there's a little spring on the end of the little thing. Alright. So, positive lead, negative lead, and there's its own little resistor, little white thing that it has in there, which is this, which we don't really need to pay attention to because it's all enclosed. And these three are in parallel together. All three of the positives are hooked up together, and all three of the negatives are hooked up together. Like you can kind of see that, and there's the other end right there. So they're all hooked up in parallel. Okay, then they're all hooked up in parallel. It comes out and it goes to a 33 ohm resistor, which is this 33 ohm resistor. It's going to be orange, orange, and black. That's 3, 3, and 0, meaning 0 zeros. So it's just 33 ohms. Alright, so 33 ohm resistor. Alright, and then it comes out and goes to a transistor. Let me grab a transistor for you. It's not very bright, but whatever. So you see how it's flat on one side, round on the other. Alright, and it has 3 leads. Alright, that's what this is. 2N22. Oh, I should have put it right there. It's NPN, which means negative, positive, negative. You shouldn't really pay too much attention to that. It'll probably mess you up a little bit. Alright, so the negative of our battery comes out. It connects to the middle lead of our regulator, and it also connects to the emitter, which is this first wire over here, right? Alright, and our LED lasers come out and go through the resistor, which connects to the collector, which is this third wire over here. And the base is the middle wire, which is, you know, kind of like the switch that tells the transistor to work. And that goes through a 2.2 kilo ohm resistor, which is 2,200 ohms. Or, you know, if you want to, you can use a 5.6 kilo ohm resistor, which is green, blue, and red, meaning green is 5, blue is 6, and red means there's 2 zeros after it, so 5600, so 5,600 ohms. But, you know, really if I were you, I would use a 2.2 kilo ohm resistor because I'm a man and I like power, 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 you know, more power. So I like to use a 2.2 kilo ohm resistor. Makes it stronger. Okay, the 08M, that's my little microcontroller that I have right here. And you can't even see the numbers on it, whatever, screw it. And, you know, that actually would end up being the 18X module that I have on this, but I'll tell you how to hook that up later. But right now, you know, if you really wanted to, if you just want to have a tri-laser, you know, three lasers, and you know, so that you can hook it up to your helmet or whatever, you can have your battery, you know, hooked up to the voltage regulator. You absolutely need the voltage regulator. Alright, and you can take this wire right here and just connect it straight up to that wire. And the way it is, it will, it'll, you know, just turn them on whenever you plug this in. Or you can put a switch right here. Alright, so make sure that you have a 33 ohm resistor in there. It'll give 5 volts out. And so now you have a system to make your 3 LED lasers work. Also, see this thing? It's these little LED light things. You're going to need one of these, but if you want, you can get 2 of them. I got this from the dollar store. It has 3 white LEDs, and there's also a switch inside there, which, come on, this thing has the switch, which is that switch from that thing. And you know, if you want to get 2 of them, You can get 2 of them so you can have 3 lights. Alright, next video.